It has been a minute since I've released one of these, right? Well, life got in the way and I've been focusing a bit more on bigger projects anyway. I've actually got a couple of them working at the moment. Those are the kind of videos this channel will be shifting to, but I have some already existing projects I need to finish. That's what I'm going to do now, or at least continue progressing on it. It does take me a minute to work out exactly why I'm hanging around the doctor's office though, because as I said, it's been a minute. I have remembered I'm supposed to be extracting artifacts in this place, and the only way to do it is to keep shifting back and forth between realities, so we'll do that. There's a lot of back and forth between those two realms though. I thought it would just be the bad realm that had enemies, but no, good realm has robot security guards as well. Fun! Fortunately, neither of them are really difficult, they're more of a nuisance than anything else. The big thing that gets me really is just not knowing where to go. The area is more than a little confusing, and the little blue blip that's supposed to be telling you where to go. Not always helpful. Do you know what also isn't helpful? Figuring out where to go, working your way through a ton of enemies, disabling everything you need disabling, and then assuming I can duck under these giant laser beams. I cannot. That takes me back a good 10 minutes or so, which is just what I wanted. But, you know, thankfully it didn't take too long to get back and get the artifact. Doesn't give me enough, we've still got one more to get, but, you know, at least we're done and we're out here. And we saved a bunch of people too. Admittedly, we did it at the expense of another entire universe, but that's life sometimes. My goal at this point was to just continue the main quest, which seemed like the logical thing to do. Not what happened though. Turns out Sarah wanted to chat, and she's decided now is the perfect time to get married. It doesn't feel like the perfect time, but sure, why not? Let's take a break and get married. Fortunately for my indecisive brain, she's made all the decisions about who's doing the ceremony, the size of the wedding, the location, everything. So off we go to Paradiso. Not gonna lie, this looks like a cheap Spanish holiday resort. A cheap one, not a good one. But it's her choice, it's what she wants, so might as well. Besides, although the resort itself looks cheap, I have to admit the planet looks beautiful. Now it's time for the wedding. I had a brief chat with Sarah's mother, the only person actually invited, and now we're going to get married. I have to make my own vows and everything, and now we're life mates. The weird way to say husband and wife or married, but sure, we'll go with life mates. On the bright side, that's an achievement, and you know how much I love getting achievements. Now while this planet is in fact beautiful, the reality is we've got places to go and things to be, things to do. Something like that. So it's time to get back out there. Getting back out there though means running into enemies and it's not going well. And by not going well, I mean I'm dead. We managed to avoid the next time we get to the next planet, which apparently has an artifact waiting for us to collect, as well as eclipse mercs. And even more inside, so we take some time to kill them, but with that done we get the final artifact. Now I have a new quest which... Look, it's been long enough I don't actually remember what the final goal of the game is, but I'm sure I'll remember eventually. The only thing I do know is getting there is going to be hard. Remember a little while ago I had an issue with my ship not being able to reach somewhere that I had to go in future? This is that point. I don't actually have the money for another ship, but the good news is I don't actually need one because I can just use my original ship. That's the good news. The bad news is when I get there, Scorpius is waiting for us. For a nice chat with a cup of tea? No. He's here to murder us. And this is a major problem. I can only get here with my starter ship, which means I need to do this battle with my starter ship. A major boss battle, possibly the final space boss battle, in my starter ship. So the important question is, did it go well? That's a stupid question. It did not go well. I must have thrown myself against them so many times, used all the skills I had, and just nothing. It didn't matter how many times I tried, I failed. So it turns out after doing a little research online, this is a very common problem. It's a bit of a nightmare battle that can be very hard unless you've done a lot of work, grinding and preparation, and I ended up deciding it wasn't worth doing. So I did the only thing a true gamer could do, and I cheated. I significantly dropped the difficulty. Doing that made the battle actually still a little challenging, which said a lot about how hard this is meant to be, but manageable. And we got them beat, and with a nice level up and achievement for me too. With that done, I go down to the surface and off to the temple, which is underground. There's a military base on top and a lot of dead mercenaries in that path, also a lot of Starborn. Fortunately, fighting them on the surface is a lot easier than fighting them in space, and we do eventually get them dead before we head inside. I'm sure that's the last time I'll have to deal with them. I was lying, of course I was lying, and inside there are more mercs, and also more Starborn, and we have to kill them. We can't go around it, it's compulsory, we have to kill them, so kill them we do. Getting down to the temple is challenging because the temple is testing us. by sending us to alternate dimension. I head back to the mines. It's been a while. Oh well, we're back now, no big deal. After some more battles, which are challenging but manageable, we head to another alternate dimension and meet that wonderful pirate captain again, who attacked us. And we kill him immediately. That was easy. The next alternate dimension though is a bit of a mindfuck, because as we're going down the lift and we head there, Vladimir is holding my dead body. Well now, that's not what I expected at all, but here we are. When I get done though with the elevator, it feels like a good time to leave it. I know it's a bit of a cliffhanger, but we are about to dive into something massive and I don't really want to do it this time. But we're getting close, aren't we? I reckon this series only has one more episode after this, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Do you know how you'll know? By making sure you watch the next episode.